Hello, welcome to Harmony Yoga. So, how many days into this pandemic are we? It's too many to count, right? But I wonder, as the numbers are continuing to rise and we're settling deeper and deeper into our cocoon here at home to protect ourselves and others, I'm wondering if maybe part of the result of this pandemic might be that we end up with a stronger sense of who we are, because it becomes less about the external busyness of the world and a little bit more about checking in with ourselves and building this awareness and finding the gratification that comes from connecting inward. So today I know that the readings in our faith tradition have a lot to do with being the temple, right? So if you're the temple within yourselves, then everywhere you go becomes sacred space. You don't change who you are because of your external environment. And that's really what yoga teaches us, right? That we start to become aware of what's going on inside, so then when we go out into the world, we bring that congruity with us, that we're the same person, whether we're sitting here on our mat or whether we're at church or at the grocery store or driving when somebody might be having road rage, and we can stay centered and peaceful in who we are. So I love how those messages are all very harmonious, whether it's that church teaches, what yoga teaches, what we internally know, what our environment right now is teaching us to come home to ourselves. So go ahead and close your eyes today, and I've got just a little bit I want to read to you here as we start to turn the awareness inward. So sitting up on a block or a blanket and moving your hips back, rooting the tailbone down, creating a long side body, rotating the shoulders back, taking the throat back. So the chin is level to the earth. So we're not reaching and stretching forward with the head. We're not striving, right? We're coming into this settled position, letting the bones stack so the muscles can do an appropriate job of keeping us upright without over-efforting. And tune into the breath here. So yoga, through movement and breath awareness, aids in focused attention, which evokes clarity, relaxation, positive mood, healing, and a sense of connectedness to ourselves, to something bigger than ourselves, and thus to others. In making small choices, we begin to shift our mood, encourage a healthier lifestyle, and a more fulfilled life. So the question today is, what choice is that for you today? What small choices can you make to start to make that inner shift? In today's class, we are going to awaken the body, align the body, and use the breath to improve our mental focus, balance, and then directing our mood as we remember our capacity and our capability for wellness. Taking a couple more breaths here, and then at your pace, move into child's pose. So with our knees wide apart and the belly resting on the thighs, or resting between the thighs rather, take a few clearing breaths here. Really centering in the awareness of the breath. Slowly shift your hips up to all fours, curling the toes under. Begin to move into a cat-cow position. So we're going to take several cycles of breath here. So rising up, curling in, reaching spine down, and then curling under, exhaling, hugging the belly to the spine, lifting up through the middle back, dropping the head, and then go back now, inhaling, becoming present in this moment, leaving all else behind,
Finding the firmness and rooting down now through the lower extremities and through the hands.
It allows you to expand more with your heart and unfold more in the spine with every breath.
Let's do one more here. Deep inhale, scoop the tailbone, drop the head, and then
coming back into this cow pose, drawing the shoulder blades onto the back. Good. Now flatten the back and bring the right foot forward. Bring the right hand to the right knee. The left hand stays on the floor. Come to a twist to the right and begin to lift your belly. You can even come up onto your left fingertips by lifting your belly up and away from the right quadricep. Lift the heart. Keep the back toes tucked under. Draw the right hip back. Melt the shoulder blades onto the back. Extending the left hip forward. You can even reach the right arm up to the sky. You can turn and look to the right. Good. Bring that hand down. Grab the right foot and place it a couple inches forward on your mat. Begin to pull the toes back, dragging the heel on the mat to lengthen the whole back of that front leg, pushing through the ball of the big toe here. This is a half split. Taking a deep breath in. Sighing out, and one more deep breath. Full exhale. And then find your way back to down dog. And once you get here, just pedal the legs out one at a time. You've got any held tension there in your lower legs like I do. I do a lot of walking, and so I've got a lot of tension in the lower legs. This is a great way to stretch. Sometimes I like to even just stay here with one leg bent, one leg straight, and maybe even placing the foot of the bent leg on top of the foot of the straight leg. So experiment there in your own way, finding whatever tension. Then pause, take a breath. Let go of some of that tension. Good. So we're getting rid of some stuck spots. Then switch. Bring both knees down to the floor. Step the right or the left foot forward this time. So right fingertips are down, shifting over to the left. We'll do that twist on the other side. So we're starting to lift the left hip up and away from the left quadricep. Left arm can come up to the sky. Back toes are curled under. Draw the shoulder blades together on the back. Deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And then we're going to come to that half split. So reaching the left hand down to the left heel, drag it forward a couple inches, pull the leg back, draw the heel back, pressing through the ball of the big toe. Staying here with the breath. Softening the heart. Now come back to that downward facing dog. Lifting both hip creases high, dragging the heels back. Rotate the inner parts of the elbow creases toward the front of the mat. Move the heart toward the earth. There's a lot going on here. Pressing through the fingertips. Allow that breath awareness to bring that vitality to the body, all parts of the body. Waking the body up. Moving the body, connecting with the breath, and sit back and take a child's pose. Come back up to down dog. You're reacquainting yourself with the back of the body, keeping the hands firm on the mat, hugging the shoulder blades together on the back, melting your heart toward the earth. Both heels back. Lifting the hip creases, rotating the elbow creases toward the front of your mat, and elongate the arms, pushing the arms away from you. Good, and reach the right leg up to the sky, swing that leg through, up between your hands, drop the back knee down, move the inner thighs to the right, scoop the tailbone down, Watch yourself rise up as you scoop down, drawing the belly button back, puffing into the kidneys, and then inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Reaching higher, scooping the tailbone more, back toes are curled under. Reach the hands down. Come forward to plank position. Bend the elbows, dropping the knee down if you need to, lowering down. Long side body, rotate the shoulders back. Untuck the toes and walk the legs back. Drag the hands forward, reach the heart, or hands back, heart forward, curling the shoulder blades underneath you. Softening now, softening the heart to the earth. Push back to downward facing dog. Bring the left leg up toward the sky. Swing that leg through between your hands. Drop the back knee down. Move your hips out to the left. Scoot the right hip or the tail down. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Back toes are curled under. Draw the belly button back toward the spine. Scoop the tailbone back. Exhale, hands down. Step back to plank. Lower down, up to cobra. Heads of the arm bone move back. Curl the toes under. Come up to down dog. Breathe deeply here. Acknowledge the new spaces within the body. Bending one knee and then the other, moving the hips out if you like that version. Letting this pose work for you so you're not having to work and stay stuck in the pose. Come forward to plank. Lower into the floor. Uncurl the toes, drag the elbows back, heart comes up. And now bring your forearms to the floor. So hands come down like a downward facing dog. I'm going to move back. So I'm in the screen here. Walk your legs back, press the tops of your feet down. Forearms are parallel, hands spread wide, press the fingertips down. Drag the forearms back, feel that reach the heart forward. Press actively down through the tops of your feet. This is Sphinx Pose. Shoulder blades come together to lift the chest. And then press down through your right hand, reach around with the left hand, grab the left foot. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to find our foot in space when we're in this unusual posture. So I'll give you just a second here to get that foot. Sometimes we need to roll over onto our side to find it. Once we do, actively press down through the right foot. Lift the left shoulder up and away from the floor. Bend the elbow up toward the sky, lifting, grabbing a hold of the foot, the toes, the ankle, and then pulling the heel toward the hip, toward the left hip, pressing the top of the knee down and scooping the tailbone. Lifting the heart, pushing into the right forearm so you lift the heart. Ooh, that intensifies the posture, doesn't it? Good, and release down. Let's switch to the other side, pressing down through the left hand. Reach back around, grab the right foot. Elbow up toward the sky, lifting the shoulder. Heel toward the hip. Scoop the tailbone, press the knee down, then press into the left hand, the left forearm. Keeping your gaze forward so your head is lifted. So you don't want to look down, you want to be looking up and lifting the heart. Good, nice job. Release down. Press back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift up onto the toes. Exhale, drag the heels back. Lift the left leg up to the sky. Swing the foot up between the hands. Drop the back knee down. Now, this is a posture that might be helpful if you had a little blanket underneath your right knee. So go ahead and pause the video if you need to grab your blanket situated under the knee if your knee is sensitive. And then reach out with your right fingertips toward the corner of the mat and shift your hips back, reaching back to find the right foot with the left hand. Then shift your hips forward and begin to turn over to the left. Drawing the heel as close to the hip as it feels comfortable and turning, curling the shoulder blades under the heart, lifting the heart, even lifting the gaze. Unwind. Nice job. Step back to downward facing dog. Shift your blanket over to the other knee. We're going to go to this side now. Lifting the right leg up, bringing the right foot up between your hands, dropping the left knee down. Left fingertips out to the left side of your mat. Shift your hips back, grabbing the left foot with your right hand, coming forward, drawing the shoulder blades together on the back, lifting the heart, lifting the gaze. Keep pushing actively into the right or to the left fingertips, and then dragging the heel as close to the hip as it feels comfortable, but let the foot resist by kicking into the hand. So we've kind of got this little push and pull here going on. So it's a very active posture. Take another breath in. Good. Exhale, release. Straighten both legs, come into a wide-legged forward fold here. Whatever feels right for your body. Your arms can be straight. You can release the spine, the neck, and the head to the floor. Inhale, draw the energy up from the earth, through the feet, up the legs, and into the core of the pelvis. And then exhale, broaden the inner thighs apart as you exhale that energy down the leg, into the feet, and back to the earth. And do that one more time. Inhale, draw in. Exhale, separate the inner thighs apart. Feel that action all the way up and down the leg. Good. Coming back to the front of your mat, back to your knees. Inhale, cow. Exhale, sit back to child's pose. Staying here in your child's pose, I want to read to you a little more as we round out our class today. So that simple practice, can you feel increased vitality running through the body? So we tune into our innocence, the listening and the receptive part of our body, of our being. Each of us have a vitality within us to live a healthy life. The vitality comes from the mind, the body, and the spirit working together, feeling the congruence within and without. We feel vitality and we feel alive. We have an inner confidence that we can embrace our life, accomplish our goals, and feel spirit. Not allowing overload to create inner conflict, we stay clear on our purpose so we can see opportunity when it comes. This vitality comes from all parts of us and acts in harmony, all parts working together. Slowly rise up to a seated position as we end our class together today, bringing the hands in front of the heart and bowing in gratitude for this practice. Investing time to enhance your vitality gives you back time plus interest. So thank you for being here together with me today, investing time. May the rest of your day unfold in a beautiful, surprising, enhancing, vital way. Thank you. Blessings.